In an older copy of a wood magazine, I saw a plan for wood scoops that you can turn on the lathe. And I've been wanting to make these for some time, and I happen to have some wood that some neighbor was throwing away, and I suspect this is actually Florida maple. I'm not sure beyond a doubt it is. I don't think it's dogwood because dogwood has a pinkish color to it, but it works very similar to dogwood. It makes a very smooth finish, and I was very pleased on how these come. So I segmented the logs that I had picked up. I had picked up 3 logs, and I decided to give it a try. I couldn't find the magazine that I needed, so I just went ahead and did it myself and saw what I could do. I had a spare small radius scraper. So what I did for the inside, which I was having a hard time shaping, is I went ahead and scraped the side, made a side bevel on this too, so that with a sharpener, so that I'll be able to get in like that. I made the walls of the cup too thin, and it ended up breaking off. So I guess I will try it again, but this time be a little bit more careful. All right, so I've got a second one created. And I'm at the same point I was on the previous one, only this one doesn't have that same situation. So now I'm going to make the handle. I don't really like how the handle came out on this one. All the subsequent handles I did a better job at. Well, it doesn't completely look like a scoop yet. So now comes the scary part. After all this work, I potentially ruin it. So I need to cut off. Scoop shape. So yeah, that's I think what we're going to do is, there's not an ugly part of this, so I just randomly pick. So just a little lower than half. And look at that. Wish me luck. I put the partially ruined scoop back on the lathe with the jam chuck and cleaned up. I was frustrated enough where I just did not feel like filming. So now what I'm going to do is resort to hand tools to cut out the scoop. Alright, I got it clamped into my vise, and I think we're just going to use this coping saw and see how it works. I'm not very good at a hand coping saw, so I'm sure somebody will put on the comments how I'm doing this wrong. Okay, after sanding and cleaning up the mess I made, and I did some hand sanding to soften the edges. It's not perfect. It's literally my first successful scoop, so I'm not much of a wood turner. I try to practice and get better at it, but in my opinion, this came out pretty nice. I still think it's useful. It's not as useful as it could be if I had not made these walls too thick, but it's still useful. I have another blank set up, and I'm not going to film me making the next one, but I will show you the end result. So I made a second one, and this is the first one that you've already seen. It was my very first scoop I've ever made. I didn't make the cup deep enough. So it's really thick over here, and then I'm not really fond of this handle, but check out this second one I made. I like this handle much better, and the cup is much nicer, and it came out beautifully. I suspect this wood is Florida maple. I don't know for sure, but I suspect it is. I picked up the logs at a somebody's trash pile. It's very, very smooth and soft and nice to work. I sanded these down to 600 grit, and I'm very pleased. Even the failure, which is my opinion a failure because it's not deep enough, still came out rather nice. So I'll probably I got another log that I can do 2 more, and I'll probably do those as well. Okay, I have finished all 4 scoops that I was going to make, used up all the wood that I had dedicated for this project, and I went ahead and used a mineral oil finish. applied just as if I did a tung oil finish. Um, I put 3 coats of mineral oil on it, and when it stopped accepting oil, then I waited 10 minutes and wiped it off. I'm going to let it set overnight, and this project is done. Thank you very much for watching. Good. Finally, after every woodworking project, you should always count your fingers. You end with 10. Good job.